By now you're familiar with the stand-up strike, but this is a memorial to the sit-down variety, born 86 years ago in Flint. Depicted here at Region 1D, it's where I met podcaster and independent journalist Charlie LaDuff and Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Charlie, how are you, sir?
While a campaign camera crew attached a mic, Charlie noticed his boots. He asks who bought them for him.
I got them off Amazon.
You got this on your shirt?
Yeah, I just pushed the button and they came. It was a miracle.
It's almost time to head off, and the campaign informs Charlie he'll be the tour guide. That's news to him. Then they say the plan is to basically show up,
Unannounced to a picket line in the GM plant.
which is fine, but Charlie has some ground
I
rules.
do not advocate for you. Anybody, whether it's Anthony Bourdain, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., if you want to see my place, I'm happy to do it.
So it begins. We pass a GM plant on the way to another GM plant, and I ask Charlie about his impressions of the candidate.
Regular rich guy, yeah, regular pop, regular guy, regular shoes, except he's a Kennedy. How are you?
Great, how are you?
I brought Bobby Kennedy, okay?
He gets a warm
Some
reception.
love that you hear, and the other ones are like, which Kennedy?
He spends the first few minutes chatting up the workers, asking them what the situation is, what they think the government should do about it. But mostly, he just listens.
An hour a day.
After fulfilling some selfie requests and shaking some hands, he looks around and finally finds what he's looking for. And to the delight of all those gathered there on this windy Friday afternoon, it's finally time to walk the line.
Did you think this morning that Bobby Kennedy would be on your picket line?
No, sir. I would not have even thought of that.
It's cool, I didn't care.
There's a schedule to keep, but Kennedy doesn't seem to be in a hurry. He seems genuinely curious about what people think the solution should be. But after about a half hour, we're off from Swartz Creek to downtown Flint and a meeting with a pair of victims and activists in the Flint water crisis.
No, I'm not a fan of politicians. I just like to give them the accurate information about what's going on in Flint, what we actually need.
Including Melissa Mays,
Wanna drink it?
who's very skeptical, joined by Arthur Woodson.
If it wasn't for these two, you wouldn't know about Flint. They try to get away with it.
Mays details her many ailments, physical, psychological, from her exposure to lead, but also her frustration with being gaslit by her own government.
So nobody is being held accountable. All the criminal charges just got dropped in order to protect this pipeline and the Wall Street investors. Then they tried to say that we were eating lead paint. Everybody just dismissed us.
Then a label Kennedy knows all too well.
And we were called conspiracy theorists and crazy. We've been called that since day one. But,
The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, corporate control.
They decide to do a TikTok by the river,
Everybody, I'm on a bridge across the Flint River.
likely the best way of reaching younger voters. After spending almost an hour talking about the poisoning of an American city, it's time to head a few blocks over and meet with City Councilman Eric Mays.
The two best voices in politics.
He shows him around the office, then shares his theory about why few were held accountable for the crisis.
So the civil settlement and the criminal proceedings both were botched up, in my opinion.
Do you think Whitmer undermined it?
I think it was some intentional maneuvers, but that's just me.
Outside the office, Charlie spies an opportunity for yet another TikTok.
Hey, everybody, I'm at the Flint City Hall.
By the time they're done, perhaps a running mate.
But if you keep this up, I'm going to be calling you Vice President Mays.
What a country.
Before he leaves, there's time for a few final questions. I ask his reaction to the breaking news that the stand-up strike won't expand
I
today.
certainly hope so. I think that's really important for our country. It's important for all the workers that we met today. And, you know, it's important for this community, but really for our whole country. We need to make sure the workers are taken care of. We need to make sure these industries stay here in Michigan, and, you know, everybody in our country is praying for a settlement.
LaDuff has other ideas.
Do either of you men know the price of a gallon of milk? Good, because men don't drink milk. But beer went up to 12.
Now it's off to Lansing before a trip to Philadelphia on Monday and perhaps a date with independence.